Hello everybody. I can't believe it is March and it's still cold outside. Though I saw on Instagram someone posted a picture and they're like knee deep in snow. Though this is like in Utah. So the last video I made for you guys was really short. So many people were disappointed. Sorry. Even grandma was like, what was that? I was like, I don't know. Pretty much right after I made that video, I decided to just go out of town, and really the only friends that I've made here are all back up north, all back there. So pretty much I decided to go back up there. So I booked a train and it is a 3-hour little voyage. The first time I drove, but you guys remember that day it was snowing. Leaving was so sad. I did not want to leave. I feel like I had to, just to check out Würzburg and everything like that. Is it Würzburg or is it Würzburg? someone help me. But that was a sad day. But my birthday was awesome. Oh my gosh. This is a vegan chocolate cake. Is that not amazing? Funny because I was so going to buy my own birthday cake. It was the day after my birthday that I came here. So February 15th or so. And I was sad and I did not want to really come here. But you guys know it snowed like crazy, which was insane. I've never had snow on my birthday. Ever. Well, it doesn't really snow in Florida, but anywho. Back to what I was saying. It's a 3-hour drive. It was a 3-hour train ride. So yeah, I got dressed, I packed a bag, and I got on a train. And at the time when I was booking it, it didn't register that this is going to be a long distance train. So I'm finally going to get to ride an ICE train. So I was on my train and automatically I was just kicking myself because I forgot headphones. So I had a 3.5-hour train ride, no headphones, and just like, how am I going to get through this? I ended up just watching some videos on my phone, you know, YouTube. I was a little nervous because I went to a part of the train that did not, well, they did have a sign that like updates you on where you are, what the stop is, but it wasn't working. And so they had to come over the intercom, and it was kind of hard for me to just make out every single word. Like, it's easier just to read. And I was just like, oh, I'm fine. I have like an hour and a half, or maybe it was like 2-hour ride on this train before I switch trains. So while I'm sitting there just hanging out, feeling really confident, I'm going to have a fun night. I'm so excited. One of the conductors comes walking through and you know, he said it's time to exit or something along those lines, and I was like, what? I had a timer on my phone so I would know like how much time had passed. I was supposed to still have another 30 minutes on this train, and no, not at all. So I exited the train feeling like, oh no, this is not happening. This is totally happening. So I exited the train and I'm looking around trying to figure out where I'm at, and I'm at Frankfurt HBF. So I was like, oh, this horrible place. Because of course the last time I was in Frankfurt was the day I got here, and wasn't that just a fun day? I was kind of panicking, but I was like, you know what, just chill out. It's okay. I got out my app and I started looking for, you know, connecting trains from Frankfurt, because I really wasn't sure what happened with the train. Did they shut it down because it was having mechanical problems? Did I get on the wrong train? So I started looking for some connecting ones, and then of course I'm looking at these prices because at that time I did not understand the significance of a flex price ticket and the ticket that I got. Mine wasn't flexible, so this means that I would have to buy another ticket, which is pretty much what ended up happening, which was like double the price of the first ticket that I paid. So all in all, this random trip just one way was like $100, and it's not like I had any other options anyways. So I found a bookstore that sells newspapers and magazines and books, and I got me some headphones. because that's really, really important. I needed some music to document this movie that was happening, because this is just unreal. Yeah, I went to info and she said that I could talk to the conductor 10 to 15 minutes before the train left and see if they would allow me to ride using the ticket that I already bought, or if I would have to buy another one. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. I think I needed to go to like platform 6 to make it up to, I think, Dusseldorf or Köln, one of the two. And so I'm standing there and I'm waiting and I have like 40 minutes before this next train is gonna come. So it's like, this is adding another hour onto my really long voyage. And I'm standing there, and all of a sudden the sign for platform 6 like goes blank. And I'm just like, crap, like what? It goes blank, and pretty much said, please do not board. And it just stayed that way for like 10 minutes, because at first I thought it had just gone out, but no, it just stayed that way. So thankfully this time around they had people manning this area, because remember the first day I got here and I tried to ride a train and there was like no one at the train station. That was the day of the storm. But this night there's people all around that I could ask. Well, I guess they were all conductors or DB officials, I don't know what you want to call them. Thankfully I was able to ask, and I wasn't completely clear on what he was saying, but he was like, you could use that platform or that platform. And then I was just like, but that platform says please do not board, and I'm supposed to board in like 15 minutes. And he was like, well, you can use that platform. And it was just really confusing, because I was just like, I don't know where this platform is going to, because of course the sign on that platform hadn't updated yet to say the connecting trains, so it's still going to some city that I do not need. So at this point I'm just like, should I just get on a train and go back home? Because I'm only maybe an hour and 30 minutes into this trip. Just get back on my train, go back home, start over again. But me being the stubborn person I am, I was just like, no, I'm gonna do this. So eventually that sign updated, and then from Köln I had to go to Dusseldorf. Yes, because it added on some extra stops, because of whatever happened to my last ticket. Like, why are trains so confusing? So my next task was to find a conductor, and I thought the conductor would be either at the front or the back of the train. It's really hard to tell which is the front and the back of these trains, because they can go both ways. But yeah, I just thought it would just be like one guy, but there's like 4 or 5 different conductors on a train, or at least these trains. So this was an ice train, and yeah, an ice train, oh my gosh. So I didn't know where to find a conductor, so I asked just a random person, and he was like, well, it's easiest to find them by the restaurant. And at first I'm just thinking, did he misunderstand me? Did I say something wrong? What does he mean by the restaurant? Like, talking about on a train? And yeah, that's when I learned that there's a restaurant on the train, and it was so cool looking. I was just like, there's like booths, like you're literally at a restaurant, and wow, it was really, really awesome. I think it was too late at night. I'm not sure if it was really open, because I didn't like see anyone sitting there. So it's 15 minutes before the train's supposed to leave, so I'm walking up and down trying to find a conductor, and I'm kind of panicking because time's going by, and the info lady told me I need to ask someone if it's okay or if I need to buy another ticket. I finally find one, and completely way too late because the train's about to leave. He let me ride this train because, yeah, he just did. So I got lucky there, but I still had like 2 different connections. So it's like, do I have to do this every single time? What if I don't get so lucky the next time? And of course, the next time I didn't get lucky. I did have to buy another one. So yeah, bought another ticket. This is weird. Like over $100 one-way train ticket. The ice trains go really, really, really fast. Okay, that was the first thing. Okay, first off, some of the seats are reserved, which I knew that this was a thing because before I left Florida, I made my seat reservations and everything. But of course, this night I had bought this train ticket like last minute, and so I didn't reserve a seat, and so I was really confused on where I should sit, and I wasn't sure if all of them were reserved or not. And they weren't, but they still said something above the seats, and I'm not sure what they said. So I walked like, I feel like the entire length of the train trying to find a seat when I could have probably taken one a lot closer to where I entered through. So yeah, I felt kind of silly there. Thankfully, I don't judge me. I was kind of stressed out, so I went to get I wanted like a Red Bull and vodka mix, because I think that is so cool in Germany. People can just drink on the trains, and I see like a lot of people doing this, just beer open or like the whole wine glass during Carnival. Okay, that was during Carnival. I just think that is so cool that you can just drink in public like that and on public transportation. Like, that's insane. That would never ever be allowed back home, but some Americans don't know how to act. So anyways, I wanted vodka Red Bull, and I don't know, I'm so unfamiliar with all of these different alcohol and liquor brands that the vodka they had, it kind of looked like the vodka that if it was in an American liquor store, which that's another thing, they don't have liquor stores here at all. Like, you just go to the supermarket, and what they have at that supermarket is what you get, or you go to another supermarket and hope that they have a different selection, which most of them is not what's popular in America anyways. So anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent about liquor stores. But anyways, yeah, this vodka, it looked like one of the vodkas that maybe like an alcoholic would drink. Or perhaps a girl who's desperate on a long distance train in the middle of the night. I don't know. But I didn't want it because it looked like it would just taste like rubbing alcohol. So I think I ended up getting Jaeger. Yeah, a little shot glass of Jaeger, and like 2 huge Red Bulls, so I could stay awake and not fall asleep and miss my stop, because that's all I needed. So it's like, yeah, let's do this. 2.5 more hours to go. I was so hating my life, guys, you have no idea. So I got on my little train, and it was kind of packed for it being late, because like I think it was like 9 p.m. or something. I don't know, that's late to me. 9 p.m. is 2100. Yeah, it was packed. So I sat next to an old man, and I had no shame in cracking open my Red Bull and digging out my little Jaeger and pouring it in. Okay, I was a little embarrassed, but at that point I was just like, nothing's gonna ruin this night. So the train went insanely fast. My ears popped quite a lot, like quite a lot during this train ride. I'm not sure if it was the speed or if we were going through mountains or something. I have no idea, because it was dark outside, so that really sucked. I couldn't see anything, but I had bought earbuds from that little bookstore, so that was great. So I could listen to music and just zone out. When we finally got to Cologne, I got off on the right stop, and I went to the next platform, and so I'm just hanging out, freezing, because it's quite cold. Or it wasn't that cold, it was really windy, so that made it really cold. And thankfully I was kind of like looking around and reading people's faces and body language, because all of a sudden everyone just kind of stopped. So we're standing here on the platform, just kind of freezing. Everyone just kind of stopped and looked up at the sign, and the lady was speaking over the loudspeaker and pretty much saying something in German that I did not understand. So thankfully I asked someone, excuse me, what did they just say? Long story short, that platform and that train was no longer coming. We had to run to platform like 14 within like 2 minutes to catch the train to get to where we needed to go. And I was just like, holy crap. So at that point I just started running, because I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, crap, this is not happening. And I'm just so scared, because I know it's getting late, and I know eventually if I miss a train or something, there's only going to be a certain number of trains left, and then I will be stuck just like I was during Carnival. Like, I wanted a fun night, I wanted an adventure, I wanted to change things up, but this is too much. It was too much. Thankfully I made it, and I'm still like, don't know what happened with that train, but I feel like every train I got within 10 feet of for some reason. But that was just the theme of the night, just trains being canceled. Or does that mean they're broken? Like, I don't really understand what was going on. Yeah, I made it to the train, thankfully, and from there I think I only had like 30 minutes left or so. I was just kind of really thankful that nothing bad happened. I didn't actually miss a train or anything. I didn't get stuck. So I was just like trying to be thankful for all the things that did not go wrong. Anyways, I just took it as that night was just a fluke. It was just a bad night for traveling on the train. But on my train ride home, when it was time to go home, pretty much the same thing happened. So now I just think that German trains are just unreliable. Like, as opposed to, I don't know what I'm comparing them to because I've never been on another train, but okay, trains in general are just unreliable, okay? This time I didn't stress because it was just during the day. So I knew that even if I did miss something, because of course the platforms kept on getting changed. One of the trains is actually, like, they did the same thing that they did to me on the way there. They were supposed to go to a certain stop and they didn't. They stopped before it, but thankfully, like, they told us what was going on in English. Whereas on the other train, no one did that. It was just, you have to exit now. So on the train back, it was during the daytime and I just got to see the beautiful cities and countryside, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I was really enjoying it even though everything got so messed up. And yeah, so thankfully DB actually sent me an email with some alternative routes since the one I was taking was no longer working. I'm not sure if they had construction or what happened, but anyways, yeah, they sent that and I didn't have to buy another one. So now I'm pretty certain that trains are unreliable. I said that I never wanted to drive the crazy Germans again, but I'll be driving from now on when it comes to long distance trains, because it seems like short distances I'm fine, except that one night. But hey, I've learned from that. So my month is up here next Friday, and so I will be moving back up north. I'm so excited. All of the people I know are there, so of course I want to go back there. I will be driving, definitely not taking a train, which is funny because I was so against driving after my first day here and that whole ordeal, but no, I'm down with driving now.